Here we are talking about dry January.
Yeah,
so I'll
here
let
we
you guess
go.
if my January is dry. But if you've been sipping on non-alcoholic beers instead of booze, you're probably wondering how it can, if it can still taste like beer.
Yeah, it's so weird to figure out how it all works. Well, Chelsea Edwards is going to give us a little lesson. She's learning how it's made live at Urban South Brewery this morning. Hi, Chelsea.
Hi there. If you love beers made here in Houston, you're probably already familiar with Urban South's Holy Roller IPA. Now they've got this new one, the Holy Roller non-alcoholic here option. So this is new. We've got Tyler, the head brewer here, tells a little bit more about it. So this is something that people were requesting from you?
Yeah, as people came in with their friend, like some people don't drink beer, so every once in a while, it's like, hey, do you have a non-alcoholic option? And, telling people no is something we don't really like to do. So dry January is coming up after the holidays. Everybody's trying to be a little more health conscious, make those New Year's resolutions. So we decided now is the perfect time to go ahead and release this NA version of Holy Roller.
Okay, so how did you come up with how to create it when you have all these alcoholic options?
Yeah, so the brewing process is essentially the same as making a regular beer, but we use a yeast that selectively chooses sugar chains or doesn't choose selected sugar chains that a regular yeast can't eat. So maltose and maltose just can't be consumed by this low alcohol yeast strain that we use, so it leaves all that stuff behind. So we just had to, the brewing process is essentially the same. We just had to kind of lower the sugars and up the hop flavor to compensate for the lack of alcohol.
Okay, so tell us a little bit more about the process. We got some video with Tony earlier, one of your brewers, doing what you call mashing.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's happening in here right now. That mash process takes anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on what we're doing. After that, we'll take all this sugar water solution called wort, and we'll move it over to this solution, this vessel over here, where it'll rest, and then we'll flip all the heavy solids from the bottom of the tank back onto the top.
When you say the solids?
So there's all of this grain, like beer starts as sugar and grain, right? Water and grain. So beer, you don't want to be chewy.
Right.
So we want to separate all that liquid from the solids.
Okay, got it.
So that's what we do in here. There's a false bottom in there that the liquid can come on through over into our brew kettle over here, and it leaves the grain, which we refer to as spent grain after that point, in here, and then we have to use some man muscle and just like scoop it on out of there from the sides.
So how long does it take overall? Beginning to finish?
Depending on the style of the beer, the complexity of the mash and the boil, it can be anywhere from 4.5 hours to 12 hours.
Okay. All in one day, really?
Yeah, we normally get it done in, over here in about 6 hours, and then they'll sit in the fermenter over here from anywhere from 2.5 weeks to 2 months.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to get into some of this coming up in the next hour. For now, reporting live at Urban South, Chelsea Edwards, Fox 26 News.
All right, thank you, Chelsea.